I am a tall, femme man. I'm aware of it, thank you. I've heard the talk. And when you're a tall, femme man, there are not male role models in the world for you. If you're tall and real butch, you got a ton of things to choose from. Hulk Hogan, we didn't know about him saying the N-word till like a year ago. So already you had the greatest American up till that point. For me, you have nothing until you're 14 years old and you see RuPaul Charles out of drag for the first time. And you realize, my God, I would look great in that suit. And that was the day that I became a gay fanboy. You see, while other 14-year-old boys my age at my time were desperately wishing to be African-American rappers, I was cursing the fact that I loved tits. Just living in a cage, knowing I can never be what I want to be. Same yearning, different goals. Either way, you're alienating people. And I remember going to college, and when you're in college, you try to get to know the people in your dorm, and there was a guy who was like, "Hey man, have you ever tried ecstasy?" Because when I went to college, it was called ecstasy. And I was like, "No. Why? Do you like have some? Is this just casually bringing this up?" And he's like, "Nah man, I'm never gonna do ecstasy." I'm like, "You brought this up." And he's like, "Well, I had a friend in high school and he took ecstasy and he fucked a guy. And I'm afraid that if I take ecstasy, that I'm gonna fuck a guy too." And then we sat in silence forever. Because I didn't know what to say that was gonna not ruin this guy's world. Because all I could think to say was, "I think your friend is gay. And if the only thing holding you back from doing that is taking a drug that makes you okay with whatever is inside of you, you might just also be gay." And then I walked away because he wasn't living an authentic life. And I was also jealous because he's got this, and I'm just like, "God, so straight." But life got better because eventually I turned 19 and met my gay best friend. And he's also my best friend, but I'm going to celebrate it. I know you're not supposed to, but man, it's all I think about. And when you have a gay best friend, you get to do cool stuff. And see things that you're not supposed to see. I feel like he has allowed me to become the Neil Brennan of gay dudes. What I like about that joke is this is the only room that will ever work in. So tell anyone who might get it, because it won't make it into whatever this gets recorded on. But he took me to a place in New York City called The Cock. Now, it's not called The Cock. It's an industrial building on the Lower East Side with a rooster spray painted in red on the side. And you go down like a series of flaps like you're walking through a haunted house, only instead of monsters, they're just crazy shit inside. Because when we finally got to the bar portion of the room, I saw what I can only describe as a human centipede of blowjobs. Hello, Mom and Dad. Now, in case you're not able to immediately build a mental image in your head, let me explain to you what that was. We are in a bar, and standing on the bar is 5 Puerto Rican and 1 Irish man who clearly told his friends, like, "I'm just gonna stay in tonight." And they are dancing naked on a bar. And they then turn like the Rockettes and just start blowing each other in a row, like a gritty reboot of Coyote Ugly. Now, those of you who are really thinking a lot about this understand that yes, there is one person in there not thought of, and that's the last guy. And in case you're wondering, at a bar like that, there's 2 lines. There's one to get drinks, and one for the wiener. And when you're standing in line for a drink, you got to make sure which line you're in. And when you're in the wrong line, it's very frustrating. Not because you're now in the wiener line, but because the people in the other line also know how hard it was to get up to the bar, and they make you start at the back. And the third time was when I got a beer.